What's up, you guys? Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night to talk to you about more physical media. If you're a fan of physical media, Blu-rays, DVDs, VHS, even if you like those, not really my thing, but I love physical media, so I get it. Please hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell and stay up to date on what's happening. So have you ever had it in your family where someone steps away from physical media and they're like, oh, I know the perfect person to give all my Blu-rays and DVDs to, and then they just give them to you? It's a curse and a blessing, right? The problem is usually it's a lot of common titles that you don't necessarily need. So this just happened to me. So come along with me and I'll show you what I was given and actually what I'm keeping. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm coming down here. We've got a couple of boxes here that were sent to me by my girlfriend's daughter. And crack them open here and you'll see kind of what we're dealing with. Just pull one of them over here so you can get a look. Sorry about this camera, I'm still learning. So as we look, no. There is an AC/DC sequence in here. I love the band, so it gets a pass for that, but no. And I don't want to be like judging people on their movie taste. That's not my thing, because I'm glad that people enjoy the movies they enjoy. So as you know, I already have this. No. Let's see what else we got here. No. This show, Eureka, this is actually a really great show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I have this on pre-order in a complete series box set from Mill Creek. What I might do is keep this around, though, and compare the bonus features just to see if there's anything Mill Creek doesn't have that they have. This is coming out in a 4K. I think the digital may already be out, but we're getting a great 4K disc of that. It's a good movie, though. I'm happy to see that there. No, not feeling the Scooby-Doo situation. Sherlock Holmes, and it's also a DVD, factory sealed, though. Maybe I'll put that on my car, I guess. Equalizer, got it in 4K. So you can see the problem here. American Horror Story, I'm very tempted to keep this one. This is the good one. Maybe I will just keep this. I'm not a big fan of the DVD. I wish this was a Blu-ray. I'm going to set that aside. I might actually keep that, though. I do have some TV on DVD still. And I'm not as likely to buy it. Okay, so we have Incredible Hulk there. So this is what happens in Castaway. It's a good movie, but it's also a DVD. And not that I really have an issue with DVDs per se. Pitch Perfect, that is a hard pass for me. And Pitch Perfect 2. A lot of people like that stuff. This is what always happens to us, is it's a bunch of common titles, things that either we already have or don't know what that is. Some kind of wrestling thing, maybe. Not too familiar with that. Oh, wow, let me sit down here. You guys let me know what you think of this new camera, by the way. This is a new camera I'm trying out. It has a built-in gimbal stabilizer. Don't know anything about that. Alright, continuing down into the box. I will say this camera is a little tough to use. I'm still going to get Jeff Dunham. I know a lot of people really like him. It's not my jam. Let's see what else is in here. I wasn't really intending on going through. Okay, great movie, but you, as you know, already have that. I wasn't really intending to go through this whole box, but I think it is kind of fun just to show you guys the things that were gifted to me. The sad part of it is, even though I would be willing to go through and sell these on Mercari, they're common titles, as you've seen. So that's a great film. This is coming, I believe, in 4K also. I might keep this, though, until that set comes out. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. No, pass. Okay, you guys got to see that happen live. That's pretty funny. No. It's just, it's like common stuff. Alright, so let's go back in here. See, 28 Days Later is a great movie. I have the Blu-ray. Great movie. Blu-ray. Great movie. I have this on Steelbook. So, I mean, there's some good stuff in here. I have this on. This is a great, like the original The Crazies is a George Romero film. It's really, really good. And this is very different from Romero's film. This lacks the political, not political, but social commentary of his film. Still a good film, though. Highly recommended. Okay, so this is a great film. I have a very nice 4K collection of that. Okay, I don't know what that is. It doesn't really look like me, though. So let me know in the comments if that's good. Book of Eli. I have this exact Blu-ray. Really good film if you haven't seen it. The Others. This is a great set, actually, of The Others. I had this set a long time ago from Dimension. It's a multi-disc set. I might have to look and see. I'm going to put this aside. I might have to look and see what version of that is out on Blu-ray and double check bonus features, because you guys know bonus features is important for me. That's not for me. I know people really love it, but it's not for me. Nope. Nope. And again, I'm not really judging. I'm really, I promise you, no, not trying to judge someone's movie taste, because that isn't not the right thing to do, because everybody has things that they love, and that's totally fine. It's just, so as I look at these from a collecting standpoint, there's really nothing collectible here, and the movies that are good but not collectible are things that I already have. And this is just what happens to us collectors when people basically dump their junk, is what I'm calling it here, dumping the junk. So I'll pull this out of the way. Let me drag the other box over. This is a much heavier box, much more full box, guys. Sorry about the little flip there. So I open this guy up. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think of what you're seeing here, and tell me if you've been through this same thing. Okay, I'm just going to say that's not a good movie. Video game there. Old video game, don't really need. No, not for me. So I am considering a purchase of these films just to revisit and give them another go. I haven't seen them all, but they have the multi-pack 4K out, and that's probably the way I would go if I were going to do it. I don't know what this is. Okay. So if you know, tell me in the comments. The bad part that kills me, though, as a collector, is I can tell that these films were put in a box and just sort of thrown into a storage room or something. A good movie, but there's better editions out there. They were just sort of thrown into I think this is a bootleg. But they were thrown into a storage room, and they're just dirty. I like this movie. I actually like the second one too, even though the second one's kind of trash. I kind of still like it, but I'd rather have a nice edition of it, like a Blu-ray edition. These are not my cup of tea. So I started out kind of liking this first film, but over time it just kind of wore on me. The only one of these I actually like is Star Trek Beyond. It's a good movie, and it remains a good movie. Don't know anything about this, actually. I mean, is that Donnie Darko? Is that some kind of special, like, Donnie Darko thing? Anyway, I actually kind of like this movie. This is a really terrible edition of it, though. I do still watch this show because I'm a glutton for punishment, but I'm not collecting these box sets. It's a fine set, though, if you are collecting them. So, this is a really great film, a really bad edition of that film. This, again, not my cup of tea. Sorry about the phone there. This seems like a good edition of it, though. Hang on, guys. Sorry about this. Choking there a little bit. Sorry about the phone, too. This is somebody who's really blowing me up. Okay, not for me. This is factory sealed. And it's the worst movie of the series, I think. This is a great film, and a really great edition of said film, but it's missing its slipcover. And I have the complete set, so factory sealed here. Don't know anything about this. Oh wait, no, it's I Am Legend. I do know about this. And there's a good Blu-ray out of that. Watch that movie with the alternate ending. You'll have a whole different experience, I promise you. I don't know what that is. Okay, another Harry Potter. Kingsman. This is a great movie, but I have a much better edition. Not for me. Also a DVD. I have this on Blu-ray. It's a good film. Well, let's not say good, but it's fun. Let's put it that way. Fun. Crappy edition of this film. Good for the time it came out, but kind of worthless now. I'm really excited to see that this film is in this set. This is a very bad edition of the film, though. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to go all the way down. I mean, basically what you can tell here, this is what always happens, is we get saddled with a bunch of common titles that we already have. And it's not really the giver's fault, per se, because it's just stuff that they bought and watched and don't love anymore. So, good news, though. Okay, I'm going to add these two titles to my pile. I'm going to check this others and see what the other edition that's out is like. Let me flip that camera around. All right. So, good news is I did find some titles, though, that I'm going to keep. And they're common titles, too. But we have talked about this before, how I had some things taken from my collection. Spinning around here. The camera lost me. And this allowed me to be able to replace said titles. So let's take a look at those. So here are the titles that I kept. Now I'm adding that one for now. I'm going to check it. And that one, because it's just an inexpensive, basically free way for me to acquire that one. So I'm keeping this guy, the Muppets, mostly. You'll see there's some titles I'm keeping in here that are specific for my girlfriend, and she wanted to keep it, so there you go, keeping it for her. Again, she likes anything like this, so I'm kind of keeping it for her. It's a terrible movie. There's moments, though. Okay, this one, I don't think I've ever watched this. I remember people hated it or liked it when it came out. I've never watched it, so I'm gonna at least keep it long enough to watch. I like this movie a lot, and didn't have it in my collection. There might be a better edition out there, but for now, that's the one I'm going to have. Again, this is a movie for her. We have like one other of this franchise already on the shelf, so keeping that for her. She likes Jeremy Renner, my girlfriend. Even maybe she is not aware of all of the stuff going on with him, but anyway, keeping this for her, factory sealed. Probably will stay that way. All right, so this movie right here, this set here, keeping it is factory sealed. I will open it, though, because Equilibrium is a guilty pleasure. Not a great movie, but I kind of like this level of sci-fi. It's kind of B-grade action sci-fi. It's fun. I like it. So I don't know what this is, though. If you know what this Daniel Craig movie, hit me in the comments and let me know what this is about. It's a double set. I'm hoping it's 2 discs. I have not opened it yet. If it's 1 disc, it'll go away. I heard for a long time after this movie came out that it was something that I should watch. I never saw it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I happen to really like David Cronenberg, and I'm curious about him now that he's going to be Batman. So I'm going to keep this one in the collection long enough to watch. That was in that box. Probably the most arty movie of the whole thing, I'd say, that they had. Prisoners, didn't have this in my collection before. This is kind of a common title, I think, but I don't have to buy it now. It's a good movie, really good movie. Looper, this one was in my collection. It did get stolen. This thing is ragged out, but the disc is in good shape, so I might replace the case and keep it. This one was also in my collection and was stolen. So happy to re-add it, although I'm sure we're going to get a 4K, and at that point I'll just get rid of this one and upgrade because why not? But it'll be fun to have this around to watch again before the sequel. Let Me In. This is a great film and a cool edition of said film. The original is better. Let the Right One In, but still good film, and happy to have that in my collection now. My girlfriend really loves White Collar, and there's a couple of seasons of White Collar that are factory sealed and will remain in my collection for her. So out of those 2 boxes, that's all I kept, and that's just usually how it goes, guys. Let me know if you've had a similar experience. Have you had someone in your family basically pawn off a bunch of physical media on you, and were you happy about it? What was your experience? Did you get a bunch of common titles like I did? It's fine because I picked out a few things. Like I didn't show you, there's a Twilight New Moon Steelbook, and I put that on Macari. So there were a few things I put on Macari, and the rest of this stuff will go to my local used physical media place, and maybe I'll get a couple of bucks credit, and I'll swap it in for something cool. So I have no regrets. I'm very happy to have gotten this stuff. But yeah, not as much keeping as I had hoped there would be, though. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you've had this experience too, and did you find anything that was surprisingly cool that you were not anticipating, or did you learn something about that friend or family member based off looking through their movie collection that maybe you didn't know? Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Until next time we meet, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with your friends and family, and let them know. I'm sorry, I'm struggling today, I guess, for some reason. But let them know why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV. I'll see you next time.